In today's class, let us see the property of integration of Fourier transform. If x of t Fourier transform is given by x of j omega, then integral minus infinity to t x of tau d tau Fourier transform is x of j omega x of j omega by j omega plus pi x of j into 0 into delta omega. Now we know that x of the Fourier convolution of x1 of t into convoluted with x2 of t is given by integral minus infinity to plus infinity x of tau x1 of tau into x2 of t minus tau d tau. So this where tau is a dummy variable. Let us take this as equation 1. Now compare here. Let us take x1 as x of t and x2 as u of t. Substitute in equation 1. So in place of x1 of t, substitute x of t. In place of x2 of t, substitute u of t. Integral minus infinity plus infinity x of tau u of t minus tau. Let us take this as equation 2. Now we know that u of t minus tau with respect to here, tau is equal to 1 for tau less than or equal to t and 0 for tau greater than. Therefore, now our limits will change from minus infinity to t. Here from minus infinity to t and t to infinity. So from minus infinity to t, because it is less than t, it is 1. Therefore here u of t minus 1 is, here it is 1, but here it is 0. Therefore this term becomes 0. So x of t converted to u of t is integral minus infinity plus infinity x of tau d tau. Now taking this as equation 3, applying Fourier transform on both sides of equation 3, we get f of Fourier transform of minus infinity integral minus infinity plus t plus t x of tau d tau is equal to Fourier transform of this one. Now using the convolution property x of t convoluted with u of t is given as x of j omega by delta omega plus 1 by j omega. Now here according to this one, now multiplying this x of j omega to both the terms, we get this one according to the sampling property. Now for this one, therefore minus infinity to plus infinity x of tau d tau Fourier transform, it is x of j omega by j omega plus pi into x of j into 0 delta into 0. This convolution property we'll see here. How does this you got from here? How did you get here? Let us see in this convolution property. If x of t Fourier transform is x of j omega and y of t Fourier transform is y of j omega, then z of t is equal to x of t convoluted with y of t. Z transform is x of j omega is equal to x of j omega into y of j omega. Now let us take x of j omega and y of j omega as equation 1 and 2, which is given as x of j omega is given as minus infinity to plus infinity x of t e raised to minus j omega t dt, where y of j omega is minus infinity plus infinity y of t e raised to minus j omega t dt. Now similarly z of j omega is in minus infinity plus infinity z of t e raised to minus j omega t. But what is z of t? X of t convoluted with y of t. Z of j omega is x of t minus integral minus infinity plus infinity x of t convoluted with y of t raised to minus j omega t dt. Now expanding this using the formula of convolution, minus infinity plus infinity, also one more minus infinity plus infinity x of tau y of t minus tau d tau, and this as it is will write e raised to minus j omega t dt. Now changing the order of integration, minus infinity plus infinity x of tau and minus infinity plus infinity y of t minus tau e raised to minus j omega t dt d tau. Now this d tau and e raised to minus, this will split and the e raised to minus j omega t will take care, and this one, this is nothing but from equation 1 is x of j omega and this is y of j omega. Therefore convolution. Now let us see the modulation property. If x of t Fourier transform is x of j omega and y of t Fourier transform is y of j omega, then z of t is x of t into y of t. Fourier transform is x of j omega is equal to 1 by 2 pi x of j omega into y of j omega. So x, we know that x of j omega and y of j omega equation. Similarly, z of j omega is minus infinity plus infinity z of t e raised to minus j omega t dt. Now substituting, what z of t is nothing but x of t into y of t. Substitute here. Now we know that the equation x of t is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity plus infinity x of j beta e raised to minus beta into t d beta. So this is nothing but, already we have omega, that's why we are taking beta in order to differentiate it. Now this is from the definition of the Fourier transform here, which first equation we have taken. Now substituting equation 4 in equation 3, we get z of j omega is equal to this minus infinity to plus infinity, 1 by 2 pi minus infinity plus infinity, and one more for this equation representing this infinity, and for this one more integration 1 by 2 pi minus infinity plus infinity x of j. Now changing the order of integration, this order of the integration, we'll collect the beta terms and this y of j omega and these terms aside. Z of j omega 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity plus infinity x of j omega and integral minus infinity plus infinity y of t e raised to minus j omega minus beta t dt d omega. So here taking this as y of j into omega minus beta d beta, and this equation whatever is there, we will take convolution of these two terms. If you see, observe here, it is like where omega beta is a dummy variable, so in terms of omega you have, that's why yes. Now let us see the Parseval's theorem. If x of t Fourier transform is x of j omega, then minus infinity plus infinity x of t whole square dt is equal to 1 by 2 pi minus infinity plus infinity mod of x of j omega whole square d omega. We know the formula of the energy, which is given as E is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of t whole square dt. So here this x of t whole square will write as x of t into x of t complex conjugate. Therefore minus infinity plus infinity x of t will write the equation 1, which is nothing but the definition of x of t here x. So 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity plus infinity x of x complex conjugate of j omega e raised to minus j omega d omega and dt. Now arranging these terms, we get 1 by 2 minus infinity plus infinity x of x complex conjugate j omega and integral minus infinity plus infinity x of t e raised to minus j omega t dt. This is nothing but x of j omega, and this is x of j omega into x of complex conjugate j omega d omega. This is nothing but x of j omega whole square d omega. Therefore according to the Parseval's theorem, my x integral minus infinity plus infinity x of t whole square dt is 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity plus infinity x of j omega whole square d omega. Obtain the Fourier transform of the signal x of t is equal to e raised to minus at u of t for a greater than 0. Now the question is, we have to find the Fourier transform, also draw the magnitude and phase spectrum. Now we know the formula, x of j omega is integral minus infinity plus infinity x of t e raised to minus j omega t dt. Now since u of t is there, our limits will change from 0 to infinity. In that range u of t is 1, otherwise it is 0. Therefore we'll only take the integration from 0 to infinity. Now substitute x of t. X of t is nothing but e raised to minus t. Therefore I am taking t minus and t common from these two terms, we get e raised to minus of a plus j omega into t dt. Now applying the integration, e raised to minus a plus j omega t divided by minus of a plus j. Substitute the limits. Substituting the limits of lower limit and upper limit x of j omega 1 by a plus j omega for a greater than 0, and modulus of this one is nothing but 1 by under root of a square plus omega square, and angular is tan inverse of this minus is because it is in the denominator, tan inverse imaginary part by real part. Now coming to the sketching of this one. First substitute omega equal to 0, this is nothing but 1 by a. Now substitute omega equal to a, then it will be 1 by under root of 2 times of a square, so 1 and 1 by under root of 2. So for minus a also it is same. Sketching this one, you will be getting for different values of omega you can sketch and just draw the waveform. Take some samples and draw. Now angle is, take omega equal to 0. So omega equal to 0, it is 0, therefore it is 0. Now omega equal to, let us take a by a, it is nothing but how much? 45. So minus 45. For plus a it is minus 45, and for minus a it is plus 45. That's why here the graph is something like this. You can check. For is omega is equal to 0 equal to this one.